Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is David Benjamin from HealthyWildandFree.com. Today I'm going to ask you the question, does feeding your children, or just children in general, junk food, whether it be snacks, candy, sugar, is that child abuse? Now, this question comes from a story, and the story is the other day I posted on Facebook. If you saw the Super Bowl commercial, you may think that by eating Doritos, drinking Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and driving a Toyota Camry, you're going to be a great dad, have better looking partners, and be happier and wealthier, and just be more caring and just a better person. Because it's interesting, the Super Bowl commercials this year all kind of had that empathetic, compassionate twist or presence to them, which is interesting because in past years it was all kind of humor-based, whether it be beer commercials or snack commercials or whatever it may be, and this year it was all empathy and compassion-based commercials. These big companies really trying to show us that they care when really we know that they don't, because look at their ingredients. That's a reason enough to know that they don't care. So I posted this on Facebook, and someone said to me, they commented on the post and said, anyone who feeds their kids Doritos should be, charged, or that's child abuse. Anyone that feeds their kids Doritos, and because it contains MSG, this and that. And I know Doritos aren't a healthy snack. I know Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and all these foods, they're full of GMOs and preservatives and additives and chemicals and toxins and full of sugar, artificial sweeteners and food dyes and colorings, and you name it. The list goes on and on. And I read that comment and I was like, whoa, okay, that's a pretty strong stance to take. And I responded to the comment by saying that if anyone, if that's child abuse, that myself and millions of other people were raised, and were abused as a child, because I ate Doritos growing up, I ate junk food, I ate snacks, I ate candy, I ate sugar, I ate all these things. And I think a lot of us did, and I think sometimes we forget how we were raised. I think now looking back, yes, I wish my parents would have done a little better job in certain ways, but they did a great job. My mom was very health conscious. She works in the natural health field today, and half of the food I ate probably was organic or natural and whole food, plant-based in some way. So I had a great upbringing, and I'm very grateful for that. And not everyone is that fortunate. Some kids just are fed junk food continuously: Doritos, sugar, candy, crackers, cookies, ice cream, soda, energy drinks. I mean, it gets ridiculous, I think. But at the same time, you have to understand that everyone is doing the best they can with what they have and what they know. What they have, meaning resources, and what they know, meaning their education and awareness around an issue. So to call someone that feeds their kids Doritos to say that's child abuse is a really extreme stance, and it's a really extreme viewpoint, and it really polarizes people, and it doesn't really advance. It doesn't really advance the natural health and whole food movement of getting back to the earth, of eating organic, of going non-GMO, and doing all these things that we all really need to do as a collective in order to make positive progress on our health, on our well-being, and on society as a whole and in general. Because if you look at the population, the reason there's sickness, disease, debt, war, famine, all this crazy stuff is because people are not healthy. They are insane, right? They're not sane, they're insane, they're out of their minds, and not in a good way out of their minds. I mean, they're out of their minds, they're out of their brains, they're out of their heart, they're in their head, they're in their ego, they're in their greed. So when you start to dissect and look at the world, you understand, okay, it's better if people eat healthier, and it's better if people eat whole foods and organic and non-GMO and do all these things, but everyone is doing the best they can with what they have. And to attack people that have a different viewpoint than you, or to attack people who just don't know any better, and to call that child abuse, you're really putting a stab in the armor of the whole movement as a whole. So it's important to understand that if you want to see natural health, if you want to see whole foods, if you want to see organic, non-GMO progress in society and permeate the masses, to not attack people, to not polarize people, and to be okay with what is, right? I think, we all had Doritos before, we all had junk food, we all had sugar, we all had GMOs, we've all had it. We're still alive and we're still here today. Our bodies are very adaptive. They're very, very, very adaptive. And you're not going to control 100% of what your children eat. You're not going to control 100% of what they see. You're not going to control 100% of how they interpret the world. It's just not possible. So I think letting go of control and to be more neutral about those things, and just to share your thoughts and opinion in a non-confrontational way, it's a much more impactful way of getting your message and point across, and actually helping people to think differently and change the way they process information, so they can start to learn and get on their path of natural health and healing and holistic health and whole foods and organic and all these things. So to answer the question, is eating Doritos child abuse? Hell no, it's not. It's a chip. Yes, it's full of shit, but it's not child abuse, and it does a really large injustice to children that are actually abused physically, sexually, and all the other forms of abuse, verbally. You know, I mean, there's a lot of forms of child abuse that go way beyond eating junk food, if you call that child abuse. So it's important to stay grounded and understand that, you know, everything comes from the earth, you know, whether it's bullshit or organic. You know, it all comes from the earth, and we all have a choice day by day. And, you know, as I forget the comedian, but he says we have a choice every day to choose either love or fear. And by choosing love each and every single day, we help to advance what we want to advance, because people see that and they're attracted to it. People are attracted to love, not fear. They may be attracted to fear short term and just to get that fear kick and those fear hormones going, but generally speaking, they're attracted to love. They're attracted to the positive long term, because that's what people want out of life, you know. So be loving, be kind, be compassionate, and have an empathy for people that do not understand, and do your best to communicate with them in a way that shows empathy, compassion, love, and caring, and that helps to create awareness. You know, create information, create videos, create articles, create content, talk to people, but don't be critical, don't be judgmental, don't try to force things on people, don't try to control people, don't even try to control your own children, because I know a lot of people who have kids that force them to eat, you know, a certain way. They're raw vegan kids, or they're this, or they're that, or they literally force things upon their kids, and you need to let your child develop. You know, child development is not, you know, you developing your child. Child development is your child's own right to develop in the way that is best for them. Not the way you see best for them, but the way that is best for them. And you provide the environment for them to develop in, but it doesn't mean you control 100% of everything, and it doesn't mean you ever will. And I think sometimes when we try to control too much and put too much force on something, it has an effect that kicks back, and that has a negative long-term reaction. You know, I've seen a lot of people that are raised really, really healthy, that when they get out of their parents' house, they just go crazy, party, do drugs, junk food, you name it. They trash their bodies completely, because they've been so indoctrinated into this one idealistic, you know, belief system, that, you know, it's the ideology from their parents and from whatever, and they need that room to explore. They need that room to discover. So I would encourage you, if you have children, or just if you want to share this information better with friends, family, colleagues, online, people at work, church, wherever you go, wherever you are, the golf club, the mall, wherever you go, share this information with awareness and mindfulness, and once again, empathy, compassion, and love. And that's how we can help more people, and don't come against people who aren't doing things the healthiest way. Okay? Not everyone does everything the healthiest way, and that's okay. It's everyone's right. It's everyone's choice. Just do the best you can and be a shining example of that. And as you continue to do that, people will continue to see that in your life, and they will aspire to be more like you and make positive changes in their life, because they see the positive effects and life that you're creating from this healthy, grounded place. So stay grounded, stay humble. This is just a reminder. I know sometimes if you are into health and wellness and you know, holistic biohacking and nutrition and fitness and meditation and, you know, all these superhuman things that make you stronger, faster, smarter, better digestive health, better circadian rhythm, better sleeping, better, smarter IQ, this, and you can get so full of yourself, and your ego can inflate to the size of a hot air balloon. And it's important to stay grounded, stay humble, continue to learn, continue to grow, and share and give the positive side of things with people. And that's what ultimately makes the positive change. So I'd encourage you to think balanced, think neutral, and don't react to things. Take time to respond to things, and respond with love, compassion, and empathy, because love, compassion, and empathy is a form of nourishment. It is a form of nutrition. Everyone needs it, and the more caring and compassionate you are to people, the more you're spreading health and wellness, more so than diet even, because that does play a bigger role than diet, than food in your health and well-being. To be loved and to be nurtured and to be cared for is much more important than what you ingest. That's my opinion. I have that right. Hopefully you agree with me if you have some sort of heart in this region of your body that pumps blood and whatnot. So thanks a lot for your time. This is David Benjamin from healthywellandfree.com. Hopefully this video helps you to think differently, you see things a little bit differently than you did before. Hopefully, if not, hey, whatever, leave your comments below. I'd love to hear your opinions, thoughts, and information below this video. Thanks a lot for your time. For more videos on nutrition, health, wellness, spirituality, green living, herbs, superfoods, essential oils, diet, biohacking, fitness, sleep, nature, green technology, all the stuff that's evolving our world in a positive way and that helps you make your life better. Subscribe to this YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below. Like, favorite, comment, and share this. And I will see you in the next video. Make sure to live healthy, wild, and free. Bye.